Do-Rag Wisdom here, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Y2K 19.08.07. I remember what that creep Trump was doing when he was running for office. I'll never forget how he said, we should punch them right in the face. Yeah, in the old days, you could punch them right in the face. Yeah, with these jeering and cheering crowds behind him. You know something? They did just that. I'll never forget that this black man was walking up the stairs out of the stadium, and this cowboy hat wearing cracker went up right behind him and cold cocked him with his elbow. Oh man, I remember, I think in another one of his hate fests, this black woman was surrounded by all these white people shoving and pushing her. You know, when he was elected president, accidental president of our country, you had Richard Spencer and his group going, "Hail Trump," and using the Hitler salute. Is it not more obvious what kind of a creep we've had in our office from day one and before? I've been saying this since the beginning. He is a racist, KKK, Nazi Trump turd. And people have gotten killed because of his rhetoric. What would have happened if all these shooters recently had been of color or foreigners? Bitch McDumbbell, Moscow Mitch, Massacre Mitch, Nazi Trump would be all over the airwaves with Sucker Carlson yelling, "We gotta get these people out of here." Well, there's only one group of people that don't belong here, and that's the so-called white people. We can't forget, ladies and gentlemen, from the very beginning, this creep has used violent language. Remember when he stood in front of these police officers and was going, "Hey, no, you don't have to push this guy's head down. Don't push his head down. Slam his head into the police car roof or into the door before you put him in there. This is a bully. This is a thug. I know it. I have seen it. And it's a fact for me. From the first time I saw and heard that creep, way back in the 80s, in the 70s, the late 70s, there is no doubt in my mind the kind of slime ball we have. Well, I'm not going to allow it to come back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to allow racism to replant itself and flourish to destroy us all. Do you know that 100 years after the end of slavery, black people, people of color in this country were living under a reign of terror, which our government did hardly anything about? How many massacres must there be? How many Rosewoods where white mobs massacred a small southern prosperous black town, Rosewood? How about Greenwood in Tulsa, where racist white mobs were deputized, KKK bastards were deputized, and they spent several days murdering men, women, and children, burning down Black Wall Street, the community of Greenwood, 500 people dead. How about Emmett Till? How many more Emmett Tills do we need? Do you know that these racists used to be emboldened? They would actually, during the post-slavery period, through the 60s, they took it on themselves. They were emboldened just to break into people's homes and drag people out and kill them, lynch them. That's what they did with Emmett Till. They broke into these people's houses, they took Emmett Till out, and they brutally beat and murdered him. I'm not going to bring that back. That is not coming back to this country. No matter how much Trump and his GOP trumpets and Bitch McDumbbell want. We cannot allow that. As a member of the Jewish tribe, an atheist member of the Jewish tribe, I owe it to myself to not delude myself, to be awake, to have my eyes open, to no racism, hatred, Nazism, KKKism when I see it, hear it, smell it. And here we have it right here. Here we have it. We've had it for years now. And the idea that we could re-elect a KKK Nazi murdering turd named Trump just because the economy. Well, that creep is enjoying a good economy because of the black man who preceded him, who was in the White House, who was a great president with some flaws, yes, but he was a president. Obama was a president, the way a president is supposed to be. Not instigating people to cold cock black people with their elbows, or to shove black women in a crowd here and there, or to blow away people in a black church or a Jewish synagogue, to encourage people to yell, let them go home, to say, punch them in the face, I'll pay your fees. We have a racist turd in our government who's being enabled by a bunch of other Nazi turds. And it is up to us to wake up. The majority of this country is not racist, is not made up of racist turds. Well, we have a good, strong 60 million people in this country who do support that. And if you, like me, don't want to see another 4 years or beyond of this traitorous creep, then we better wake up, get people to vote, stand for what our country is supposed to stand for. You know, I want Trump, Nazi Trump and his crew to go home. I want them to leave. I want this country to go back to being a country of color, the way it was when American Indians ruled the North American continents, before the white invader came to claim it as their own. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a world of color, not of one color. And let's get it through our heads that on the planet we live, we do and we die, because we're not going anywhere else right now. Nor do I want us to go anywhere else until we fix the hate cancer that we have in our world. No to Trump, no to racism. I will not stand for people of color, for any human being on our planet to be abused and violently destroyed by the hate-mongering creeps who want to rule and destroy us.